This short video will describe the out-of-the-box procedures for your students to set up their Lenovo ThinkPad tablet. First, power the device on and tap on the lock and drag it to the outer circle. Now tap on the set date and time. Next, we will tap on the time zone and scroll to find Eastern Standard Time. Now click the bottom right-hand arrow to move to the next screen. Now click the Accept button to accept the terms of the license, and click the arrow button to move to the next screen. For now, we will skip the keyboard tutorial. This screen verifies the tablet has found networks within its range. Tap both checkboxes and agree to the terms for location services to aid in Google's search functions. Next, tap Done and the tablet will reboot and go through the process of installing the standard applications. This is the tablet's home screen. Next, we will set up our wireless connection. Click the settings icon on the launch zone indicated by the red arrow. To set up a connection with the appropriate wireless network, we must first verify that Wi-Fi is turned on. Then we will choose Wi-Fi settings. A list of wireless networks within range will appear. Students should select the Richland School District 2 Students Network. Next, click Connect. Once the student is connected to the network, select the Home button in the bottom right-hand corner. Next, we will select the world icon from the Launchpad, which will open up the Chrome browser. When entering a web browser for the first time out of the box, the student has already selected which network they wish to connect to, which is Richland School District 2 students. Now it's time for our WebSense web filtering to authenticate the student to that network. They will have to enter in just their username and their password in order to authenticate to WebSense. Last but not least, we will return to the home page and click the Settings icon again. We will now go into Accounts and Synchronization and set up the student's Google account. To add a new account to the tablet, click the plus sign up in the right-hand corner to add an account. Select Google Account. At this point, your student will need to put in their fully qualified Richland School District 2 Gmail account, for example, studentid@richland2.org. Recently, your students have been instructed to change their password. They will need to supply their Richland 2 Gmail account and their password correctly. Once the student's Google account settings are verified, the tablet is ready for use. This completes the startup procedures for the Lenovo ThinkPad tablet. Welcome to the tablet. The first thing we need to do is talk about the on-off button. The on-off switch is located on the left-hand side of the device. Across the top of the device we have volume controls, and we have a pen that is tethered to the device, and I recommend that you leave the pen tethered to the device to prevent loss and damage. On the left-hand side of the device, there's a trapdoor that conceals a USB port. That USB port is a full-size USB port that can be used to connect any USB device, but typically the students will use this to connect the Folio keyboard. On the bottom, there is a trapdoor that conceals an SD card slot and a SIM card slot for a data plan. There is a proprietary port for a docking station and a charging station. There is a mini USB port for charging. There's a mini HDMI slot for external display devices. And there's also a headphone jack to support a headset. On the face of the tablet, there are 4 buttons along the bottom. One is to lock the rotation of the screen, one is an internet browser button, one is a back button to return you to the previous screen, and the other one is a home button that will take you to the home screen. When I unlock the device by dragging the lock to the edge of the circle, I am now located on the home screen. The home screen has an area in the center that's called the launch zone, And this is where you can customize and configure this, so you can set up your email, you can set up what internet video feeds you choose to select most frequently, what your e-reader is, and what types of music you listen to, and what service you want to listen to most frequently. One common use of the tablet in the classroom will be to research information on the internet. So to browse the internet, they'll click on the world in the center of the launch zone, and this will give them a Google search screen. They'll need to sign in using their district Gmail account address and their password. They will need to enter in their fully qualified Gmail address, which will consist of their student ID number at richland2.org. They have been recently instructed to change their password, so they'll enter in their password that they just changed, and they will click sign in, and that will get them access to their personal Gmail account, their personal Google Docs, and any other specific information that they have used with their instructors or teachers with Google Apps for Education. Your students will be receiving a folio that contains a keyboard with an optical mouse. The tablet will slide in and connect via the USB port, and it will fold like a laptop.
It is currently our intent to offer future events that focus on issues such as cyber safety or Droid applications. We also plan to offer an expose type of evening where you can come in and see the Droid in action as the learning device that we hope it to be. We continue to be dedicated to forming partnerships with our Blythewood community, so if you have questions or concerns, please contact me, your child's teacher, or our instructional technology specialist, Ms. Helly Shelley. This is truly an exciting time in Richland 2 and at Blythewood Middle School. I have one last favor to ask. Each year at this time, we are asked to collect information from each of our families that assist with federal funding. I have asked each homeroom teacher to pass out impact aid forms to each family who has shown up this evening, rather than sending them home with your child. Please take a minute to fill out this form and give it to your child's homeroom teacher before you leave tonight. Again, this form is tied to funding for our school, and every penny counts. I thank you for your attention, and once again I appreciate your dedication to your child's education and Blythewood Middle School. We could not do this without you. Please feel free to contact us with any concerns, and I wish you all a very safe evening.